Okay, so I wanted to share you all my goals because you can't get anything done without having goals. And I mean, I've heard all my life, write the vision, make it plain. And it's so important when you're writing a budget that you have to, and I'm cooking, so bear with me, but you have to write a budget. If not, it's so hard to be intentional about what you're going to do if it's not written down. I mean, and every penny, every dollar, as I said in my last video, it is so important to find a place for every penny, every cent. So what I've done is I've done a budget, and I'll show you what that looks like. I've done a budget, and like I said, I've budgeted up through the month of May 2019. Now, of course, some things may change. Murphy may show up, and you may hear people say that all the time. Murphy, who was Murphy? It's Murphy's Law, and Murphy's Law is if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. And Murphy may show up. Car may need maintenance. Anything. You know what Murphy looks like. So yeah, I'm just going to be throwing together some chicken because the other thing that budgeting requires you to do is to be intentional about your meals. So it taught us, budgeting, but also taught us how to meal prep. And I've been meal prepping for approximately 2 weeks. It's a lifesaver. You're talking about saving so much time in the morning, fixing lunch. I mean, everything's done. Dinner is done. You know what you're eating the next day. You know what you're cooking if you need to cook. I prep everything on Sunday, and I'll get you a video of like what prepping looks like for me on Sunday. But it's so important, and it has made my life 10 times easier. So like it's almost kind of neck and neck. Like if your place is a mess, if everything around you is a mess, more than likely your finances are all over the place. I mean, that may or may not be true, but the majority of the time it is. Okay. And so when your finances are in order, you seem to want order around you. I've never been a super messy person. I'm pretty OCD, to let some people tell it. But being in control of your finances makes you want to be in control of everything. Like organize everything. You want to know where everything is. If there's every penny, every cent, you know where it's going, then you know where every toy, you know where every paper towel, every piece of toilet tissue, every pencil, every pen. I know where every single thing is in my house. That kind of started before the budget thing, but it made it all the more intense once I started budgeting. So anyway, I'm going to grab some seasoning for my chicken because we're going to have some grilled chicken salad tonight. And I usually put some of the same 5 ingredients. I use oregano, garlic powder, sea salt, dill weed, and onion powder. And sometimes I use fresh garlic. So anyway, while I'm seasoning up this chicken here, I'm going to just talk to you guys about my budget, and I'll show it to you while I'm doing that too. So my budget, I just kind of made up a fake budget just so you guys could get an idea of kind of what I'm doing without totally putting all my business in the street. So what I've done is put this budget together, and I'll sit this here. So I have a budget I just did one for August for the fake one, but you think I'm playing? I'm not playing. So this is September, October, November, February. Like, I'm serious. Like, I'm not playing any games. I want to know where everything is going, because once I'm debt free, I want to be rich. Whoa. All right, let me show you. So I know a lot of people like Excel spreadsheets, and I like Excel spreadsheets too. I also have an Excel spreadsheet, but this is something that I bring home to share with my husband to let him know exactly what's going on, because I am the sole person who handles all of the budget, but I want him involved. So this is kind of what it looks like. The month of August has 5 pay periods, 5 Fridays. So this is kind of what these boxes are. And these boxes, you'll show the breakdown of, let's say for instance, this person has $1,013 left over from the month before. I actually wrote down that week. So this is July 29th. So the week of the 29th through the 24th. I'm sorry, the week of the 29th through August 4th. And that's what I'll put. So expectations, I'll put down what one person may be bringing into the home, what the next person may be bringing into the home. And if they have maybe someone living with them, a sister or something, that would be the additional income. And that's what all of that would equal. So the 1013, the 861, 300, 200 equals out to 2374. And then I put bills to pay, and I put on each day right here beside bills to pay is a Friday. So there's August 3rd, the 10th, 17th, 24th, 31st, 10th, 17th, 24th, 31st. So then I write down what I did in the calendar was go through the entire calendar and put down what bills need to be paid on what day. Like no matter what Friday they fall on, put their actual due date. Like CPI would be due on the 20th. If they have an IRS debt, they can pay that every 2 weeks or whatever. If the other person has an IRS debt, credit cards, the mortgage, and I didn't put dollar signs because I figure if it's found somewhere, no one needs to know that's your budget. I mean, maybe they'll put 2 and 2 together, but no one needs to know. So then I put down, all right, so on the 3rd, the mortgage is due on the 1st, their cell phone, maybe they have HOA dues, IRS. So I go ahead and put it all under here. So when payday comes on the 3rd, you can look at this list and say, okay, Freedom's due T-Mobile. I know to pay all of these bills. I'm not going to worry about anything else on this calendar because you've done all of this prep work beforehand. And that's so important. Do all the work beforehand. And that way, all it is to do it. Like that old Martin episode. I don't know if you watched Martin, but it ain't nothing to it but to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Ain't nothing to do it. Okay, I'm back. So, and then I do that for each week. So then you'll see down here, according to my calendar, Spectrum is due on the 4th, Synchrony, Duke Energy. So on the 10th, I'm going to pay Synchrony, Duke Energy, Spectrum. Maybe there's a car payment. Their car payment is due on this Monday. You don't want it to be late, so you're going to pay it here on the 10th, and so on and so forth. And so, you know, up here, I've also included groceries if they're on the tight budget. Groceries here. I'm also putting allowance if there's an allowance that you want everybody to abide by each week. You could do that. And then maybe these are the bills that you're paying off. You're doing this debt snowball for. So you do these. So I mean, this is just an example. These are not real numbers, but just to give you an idea of kind of what I was looking at. And I mean, if you look at it, I mean, all of these, I really, you know what I mean? This is serious. Like, I want to be very intentional about my stuff. The beautiful thing about having all of that in front of you is you totally get to see everything that's coming in. You get to see what's going out. If there are any adjustments that need to be made, anything at all. If you get a check that's more than what you thought, if he brings in a bonus check or commission, sheesh, that's a lot. I have 2 packs of chicken in here, by the way. So I put all my seasoning in and then I mix it. But once you have all of that down, I'm telling you, all it is a matter of implementing and that's what being intentional is. Doing everything you said you were going to do. That's doing it with intent. And it's a beautiful thing. Once it's all done, bills will be paid, you'll be out of debt in no time. At least that's what my vision is. Again, you have to have a vision for yourself. And you don't have to put it in a Microsoft document like that, or you don't have to put an Excel sheet. If you're good with writing it out, putting it on notebook paper, that's fine too. You just really need to do it your way. Do what makes you comfortable. And I'm being lazy because I usually will use my hands or some tongs or something, but the spoon was the first thing I saw. But if that's what you want to do, do it. There is no right or wrong way to write your vision. At the end of the day, it's your vision. So do it your way. Don't let anybody tell you there's a right or wrong way to do it. They will be wrong. The difference is you're getting out of debt. They're still in debt. And that's the other thing, too, that I've told myself. I'm not going to worry about what anybody's telling me. I know it's coming. The people are going to say, oh, why would you try to pay off your house earlier? Why would you try to pay off a car payment? You're always going to have a car payment. You're always going to have a house payment. That is baloney, okay? Or as I used to listen to Michael Baisden back in the day, he would say, that's some fraggle-knackle bull. So do it your way. Make sure you do it your way. Get out of debt. Because you know what? At the end of the day, you earned it. And however way you get to it, by any legal means necessary, you can count it all yours. Count it all joy, count it victory, because you did it your way, and it's done. And that's the whole idea of setting goals. Set the goals, so at the end of the day, it's done. I'm gonna get this chicken on so we can have some salad. Bye. Oh, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I want to see you back. I'll drop another video on Tuesday. See you then.